What is the most unattractive physical quality someone can have? Honestly, those weird ways of smiling and looking at another person like they're a piece of meat. I don't know how to better explain. But I had that experience with a dude who had multiple mental illnesses, and the way he looked at me was, well, cringe, for a lack of a better word. I was working at a bar and he was there at least twice a day. I showed him the big knife toe, and he left me alone until I kicked him out one day. I've got stories to tell, but those are for another time. Everything chosen has much greater potential for being unattractive than something that can't be helped. In one category is stuff relating to fakeness and vanity, like excessive cosmetic surgery, excessive makeup, etc. And in the other is stuff relating to poor self-care, like bad teeth, hygiene issues, etc. Those things are unattractive because they suggest personality flaws, and way bigger issue than stuff that can't be helped. The Moses and the split C hairstyle. Dr. Phil or Paul Heyman hair. Call it how you want. Hold on to every string of hair. They have sometimes even going as far as combing those strands off hair over the bald part instead of shaving it off, because they seem to think women find bald men ugly. We don't. Really messed up teeth, like super yellow with a lot of tartar. I don't even mind crooked teeth if they're cleanish and the person is getting regular dental. Cleaning's hell. My teeth have shifted a ton since I had braces, but when it's obvious someone doesn't brush or floss and never goes to the dentist, that's a huge turn off. The body can always be saved by an attractive face, so it has to involve the face in a major way. It should interfere with the human ability to identify faces. This would require major disfiguring defects of involving the front of the skull. Having 3 eyes is a pretty good bet, or when the lower jaw is completely missing. Just an opinion for me, I hate the look of bitten or cut fingernails. When the nails are cut bit past the fingertip. I shouldn't be saying shit about it because I pick my lips and wish I had a nail biting problem instead. But I hate the look of my lips too. So regular answer is mullets though. Lip filler. Sorry to any and all who have paid for this, but it looks ridiculous. Even done subtly, it looks awful and obvious. It actually ages people. Same with face filler or any augmentation. It can take a 20-something to a 40, 50-something overnight. This is terribly unkind, shallow, and also specific because people are born with them, and it's not like poor hygiene or obesity that can maybe be improved upon. But tall gums give me the ick. I feel mean typing that. No hygiene or poor hygiene. Chewing tobacco and spitting it everywhere, carrying a Coke bottle around they spit into, that bump under their bottom lip and they shove chunks of chewing tobacco there and hold it. In my experience, no amount of physical attractiveness can fix an ugly, toxic, arrogant personality that will spoil all the hotness very quickly. The more you look, the less attractive the person becomes. Smokers, people that have been using tanning injections to the point that their skin looks nuclear orange, so much lip filler that their lips are hanging off their faces, tons of makeup, smell like shit, large flabby gut, suspicious diaper padding in his pants, weirdly small hands with mysterious red sores over them, an orange-stained face with a clear forked tan line, and a dead guinea pig on his head. I'm not sure if this is admissible, but if someone eats in a disgusting way, it makes me physically wretched to be around them. My friend eats like a fucking pig and I have to leave the room. A swastika tattoo in the middle of the forehead. Even if he's just a very devout Hindu, our personalities still probably aren't compatible enough for a relationship. Extra OB. Diastema. A gap between their teeth. The wider the worse, especially when you can see their tongue through it. Too long in the dental business, I guess. I respect the gains, the hard work it takes to maintain it, and the way it is also a form of art. But I personally don't find the bodybuilder figure attractive. More people need to take care of their teeth. Not only are your teeth a part of your appearance, but they are a very important part of your physical health. Having bow. I know someone who no matter what he does he still has a smell. I'm guessing that's the reason he's in his 40s and still single. Long toenails, even if they're clean. All I can think about is how many band-aids the people who share a bed with them need on their legs. I absolutely hate the Botox lip look. Your lips are swelling to hell and people somehow think that makes them more attractive. Dirty teeth and bad breath. Your teeth can be crooked AF, but there is nothing preventing you from flossing and brushing. Gingivitis or bad oral hygiene. I don't want to taste your breath or see the plaque you've accumulated cause you refuse to floss. Cosimo toes. When the toes curl over the end of the flip-flop and pick the flip-flop off the ground like a set of fingers. That no chin face structure, just basically a straight line from bottom lip down into neck is not even a weight thing. A little fat is okay, but after a certain point is too much. It would also affect intimacy if you're too fat, such as stamina. Anything that can be controlled, that isn't body odor, nose hair, dirty fingernails, etc. That shit drives me crazy. Being overweight, dirty, or smelling bad. Really anything that screams I don't take care of myself like I should. Narcissism. Conversations that are so one-sided, at least pretend you give a shit about me in a simple interaction. A bad beard overgrown, unkempt, or someone who insists on growing length when they don't have the density for it. Bad breath, if that even counts, will always be the worst thing ever. It literally makes me avoid being near you. Stupidity. There's something about intelligence that lifts the physical appearance, regardless of other issues. Dirty fingernails and extreme obesity. Everything else I'm pretty sure I can work around, or at least try. Ugly feet, toenails, like nails, all yellow and just gross. Men have some ugly feet and I can't stand it. Why would you even ask this? To make people feel bad about themselves. Genuinely, what was the reason? Bad teeth. You can have an attractive face, but the smile of Austin Powers and it's a nitrogen monoxide go for me. Obesity. Please don't get mad at me for being mean, I'm just honest, and yes is a choice 90 of the time. Poor hygiene. You can be the most muscular, built, hot man in the world. If you stink, you're ugly. Yellow teeth, unkempt hair, dirty fucking nails, JFC, how long does it take to wash your hands, dude? Bad teeth. I'm not talking about crooked, but yellow or rotting, or just overall bad breath. A gaping black void that neither light nor sound can escape from where their face should be. Bad bow. There is nothing worse than being able to smell someone before you see or hear them. Body odor or dousing themselves in perfume cologne. Either way, stay the fuck away from me. Being insensitive and loud in public for no reason. Pipe down. Nobody needs to hear you. Bad bow. I smelled a dude from a table away at a bar, and I had quit drinking and leave. Whatever I've got going on is pretty unattractive apparently, so I'll go with that law. Rage bait tattoos, like Nazi, Confederate, racist, homophobic, xenophobic tattoos, etc. Some people naturally make smells and sounds that literally makes me want to run. Sagging, in general, is not a good look. Neither is cellulite, for that matter. Hearing that chewing sound while eating, well, it's a habit, not physical trait. Receding hairline, face body acne, overweight, bad oral and body hygiene. When they have just a strip of hair left but refuse to shave their heads. If you scroll long enough, you can find your whole self on this list. If anyone reads Webtoons, but loot from greatest estate developer. Bad teeth, really crooked, rotting, or missing. I can't look beyond it. When they don't know how to eat with etiquettes. Biggest turn-off ever. As that don't point in the same direction. Protruding nose hairs. A lengthy and girthy phallus, similar in size to a Pringles tube. Bad smelling, especially when you get that whiff of poop or fart. When people's ears connect all the way to their head. I can't lol. Bad teeth, I don't mean crooked, I mean a dirty stinky mouth. When they use Paluba's beard mullet balm wall, brother. For me, it's having really bushy eyebrows or a unibrow. When the eyes are too close together or too far apart. Toe thumbs or toe fingers, like little hobbit hands. A working water spigot protruding from their forehead. Excessive body hair. I don't want to date a gorilla. Fat, obese, piercings, tattoos, unnatural hair color.